Nerd alert, nerd alert. We interrupt your perfect summer holiday at Deepwood Lake to bring you the special nerd news. Your parents have invited their best friends, Mr. and Mrs. Morris, and their super nerd son Todd to share the cabin with your family this year. You can't believe it. Your worst nerdmare has come true. This can't be happening to me, you say aloud as your family estate car pulls up at the Woods World. You've already spotted the Morris's car. It's parked beneath a coloured string of lanterns hanging over the entrance to Woods World. Woods World is the cabin community that your family has holidayed at every summer since you were a baby. Then you spot Todd. He's gawky, stringy haired. He wears a thick black rimmed glasses. Hey, hey, what do you say? Todd calls to you. His big hand whirly birds out of the car window in a big nerdy wave. Be nice, your mum cautions. Yes, maybe Todd is different now, says your dad. Oh, he's different, all right, you moan, from everyone else on this planet. The estate car and the Morris's car both roll up to the gravel drive next to the evergreen cabin. You gaze around. Nothing has changed since last summer. The woods behind your cabin are still dark and deep. The sparkling blue lake in front of the cabin is as smooth as glass. A narrow sandy beach stretches into an easy curve around the shoreline of the lake. The sun has almost set, leaving behind a fiery pink-orange glow in the sky. There's enough daylight left for you to notice a note taped to the screen door of your cabin. Cool, you cry. You jump out of the car. That must be a note from my friends. You tell your parents. You sprint across the lawn and up the porch steps. You pull the note off the cabin door. You unfold the note. You read it aloud. Kids only campfire tonight, 8 p.m. at the beach. Wonderful, your mum cries as she hurries up behind you. It's only 7 o'clock now. You can help unload the car, then go. This will be a perfect opportunity for the other Woods World kids to meet Todd. A perfect opportunity for them to think I'm a nerd too. I'm with him. You mutter, but no one hears you. Your parents and Mr. and Mrs. Morris have gone into the cabin. You watch Todd unload his stuff in the car. As he pulls out a red tin box, three very large redhead boys bike up to your driveway. They're the Murphy brothers, Jess, Buck, and Sharky. Welcome to Woods World, nerdo, the oldest brother, Sharky taunts Todd. Sharky is 15. He looks as if he's been lifting weights since he was 2 years old. Last summer, a kid told you that Sharky got his nickname because getting into a fight with Sharky is like trying to survive a shark attack. I see you brought us a present, Sharky says to Todd. He grabs the tin box and tosses it to his younger brother, Jess. Hey, Todd shouts, that's my pewter figure. Bring that box back. Tears form in his eyes as the Murphy brothers pedal away, taking the box with them. It's a Go to page 12, Jesus. You try to pretend that you don't see Todd crying, but the kid is not a quiet sniffler, he's a loud sobber. Boo-hoo, boo-hoo, Todd cries. Tears spurt out of his eyes like a water main break in the middle of Main Street. All right, you finally say. I'll go to the campfire and get your precious pewter collection back. I'm coming too, Todd says. He wipes his nose on his sleeve. Gross. You glance over at the porch. The parents are so busy talking they don't notice that Todd's tears are flooding the place. You notice though. Now you have to decide if you're going to take Todd to the campfire or leave him to cry at the cabin. Ditch Todd and go to the campfire alone is page 9. But if I drag him with me, it's page 6. You could always use some backup, so I'm going to go 6, even though he's a nerd. You can't help feeling sorry for Todd. You decide to take him to the campfire. Maybe if those Murphy brothers see you crying, they'll feel sorry for you too. You tell Todd, they are the meanest boys I've ever met, Todd wails. He takes a packet of tissues out of his short pocket and blows his nose loudly. Really, Todd, you say? You'll scare them with that honking more than they could ever scare you. Happen again. He can't stop crying. I can't go to the campfire, he sobs. My sinuses are all clogged now. You'll have to face them alone, I guess. Alone, you repeat, cheering up immediately without Todd. Oh. Without you, Todd? I'm sorry, Todd weeps. I just don't feel like going to a party tonight. If you insist, you say happily. You leave Todd to cry alone at the cabin. You stay here and unpack your stuff, you say to Todd. I'll go to the campfire and get the box back for you. Oh, shout out to Amy D's, thanks for being a fan. Um, you hurry out the cabin door. You head for the usual campfire spot at south end of the beach. A giant fire is already blazing when you arrive. You see your friend, Lauren Woods. Her parents own Woods World. She and the regular crowd of Woods World kids are sitting around the fire, listening to Sharky Murphy tell a creepy story. Remember the legend of the werewolves? Sharky is saying mysteriously. At first you may think you're talking to a friend, then when the full moon comes out from behind a cloud, you'll see the hair begin to grow on your friend's face. Fangs take the place of teeth. A voice that was once human turns to a beastly howl. Sharky pauses and lowers his voice to a whisper. Look, he says, the full moon is out tonight. This is the perfect night for the werewolves of Woods World to appear. No one is safe here. Not now. Not ever. Page 28. Sharky laughs an evil laugh as he finishes his story. The kids sitting around the campfire study each other's faces, searching for hair or maybe fangs. As the clouds cover the full moon, the campfire party breaks up. Everyone says goodnight. Lauren Woods laughs as she calls you over. Nighty night, don't let the werewolves bite. Have you ever seen a werewolf, Sharky? One of the younger kids asks before he leaves. Ha, laughed Sharky. My brothers and I saw plenty of werewolf tracks in the woods just before we came to the campfire. Isn't that right, Jess? Yeah, the youngest Murphy brother says. We saw wolf tracks when we were burying that nerdy kid's box. So you think to yourself, they buried Todd's box, but where? You promised to get the box back for Todd, but should you go out alone tonight when the moon is full? Okay, decision. If you decide to look for the box tonight, turn to page 13. If you decide to go back to the cabin, turn to page 71. Okay, I'm going to look for the box tonight. I'm not going to go back to the cabin because that's lame and I don't need his backup. Page 13. A promise is a promise. You promised Todd that you would get his box back tonight, and you decide to go into the woods alone. It's no big deal, you think to yourself. I've been coming to Woods World forever, and I've never seen werewolves here before. You follow the Murphys up a gravel path to the woods. You hope they will lead you to the box. The only problem is the Murphys are nowhere in sight. They've sprinted up the path in darkness. You peer ahead, but see nothing. The full moon is behind a cloud. Total darkness surrounds you like a thick blanket. The woods are silent tonight. Even the raccoons and other night creatures seem to have gone to bed already. Nothing is out here. Nothing except me. You say softly to yourself. How, ow, ow, owl? You whirl around. What a horrible noise. You glance to your right and then your left. Nothing. You continue along the path. The gravel crunches under your trainers and then you see it, a light flickering up ahead. Go to page 106. A candle burns in a jar next to a large boulder on the side of the path. As you hurry, a breeze makes the flame flicker. There is a note taped to the large rock. You bend down and grab the note. Did someone leave this? For you? You draw the candle close, squinting in the darkness to read the writing. Wax drips then hardens on the side of the jar as you read the note aloud. The werewolves of Woods World, they love to see red, so the box that was Todd's is now their box instead. The werewolves of Woods World disappear at dawn, so you must find the box before night is gone. Werewolves, this must be a joke, you tell yourself, but you can't help gazing into the darkness, searching. You hold your breath and listen. Then you hear the crackling of twigs. Footsteps. You're not alone here after all. Someone or something is out here with you. Go to page 133. Quickly you duck down behind an old tree stump. You listen for the footsteps again. They're closer now, but in the darkness you can't tell exactly where they're coming from. Your heart pounds like a jackhammer. Footsteps. Closer, closer, closer. Ah! You scream. A hand is on your shoulder. You're afraid to look. Hey, hey, what do you say? Todd's voice breaks through your scream. It's just me. I came out to find you. After all, it's my box. I should help you find it. You can't believe this guy. He just scared you out of your wits, and he's still talking about that stupid box. You catch your breath and try to slow your heartbeat down to normal. Get a life, Todd, you snap at him. You shouldn't sneak up on me like that. I just want to help find the box, Todd whines. Look, I've even brought a torch. You're glad it's Todd and not a werewolf. In fact, you're glad for company on a night like this. Follow me, you say. Which way? Todd asks. Go to page 75. Dyslexia sometimes leaves you prone to accidentally skipping to the wrong page and then reading a different ending or a different section of the book and totally throwing you off, so I'm being really careful. This way, you answer, towards the two red lights. You lead the way through a wall of thorny bushes. There should be a path to the beach around here somewhere, you say. Youch, Todd cries. These stupid thorns are scratching me all up. Better watch you don't bleed too much, you joke. You don't want those werewolves to catch the scent of fresh blood. Todd's knees tremble as the two of you push through the overgrown vines and shrubs. Are you sure this is the path? Todd asks. It's so dark out here, I can't see a thing. Before you can answer, you hear, Howl! This time the terrifying noise is very close. Oh no, Todd whines. What was that sound? You try not to panic. For Todd's sake. You flip on the torch switch. Darkness still surrounds you. You hit the torch on your hand. Once, twice. Still no light. Stupid batteries, you mumble. But even without light, you notice the ground under your feet changing from dry to slippery and very slimy. Where are you? Go to page 4. Ruth, you missed the start. Todd isn't just a bitch, he's a total nerd. It's a cave. And all the summers I've been coming to Woods World, you say to Todd, I never knew there was a cave here. Let's check it out. Then you hear a voice somewhere deep in the cave, a voice calling your name. You think the voice sounds like Sharky Murphy, but you can't be sure. Hello, you answer. You start to move forwards into the deep, black cave. Todd tugs you back. Don't go in, he warns. Again, the voice calls your name. You feel pulled in by the voice and pulled out by Todd at the same time. What's it going to be? Go in or stay out? Now, to answer the cave call, turn to page 81. Or if you feel safer listening to Todd and staying out of the cave, you go to page 37, which is not even an option, obviously. Page 81. Okay. Come on, Todd, you say. You reach over and hold on to his arm. We're going in the cave. We're not going to let those Murphy brothers scare us, are we? We aren't, Todd gulps. I mean, no, we aren't. A thin beam of moonlight shines into the mouth of the cave. You can see that the floor is pure slime. You take one step forward, your feet fly up into the air. You land on your back and bring Todd down with you. Then you and Todd start sliding faster and faster. Whoa! Your two voices blend into one. You squeeze your eyes shut. You feel as if you're sliding down the world's steepest water slide. Down you go, faster, faster. You and Todd zoom down a slime-slickened tunnel in total darkness. Just when you think your body can't take one more second of this wild ride, ends with a grand slam bam. You smash into a wet cave wall. If you open your eyes now, go to page 85. If you can't bear to look, keep your eyes closed and turn to page 7. I'm going to open my eyes. What's the point of staying in the darkness your whole life? Okay, you and Todd hit the cave wall with a giant thud. You both open your eyes at the same time and see the same eerie sight. Eyes, hundreds, no thousands of bright yellow eyes. Eyes on the ceiling, on the walls, on the floor. Bats, Todd exclaims. He sounds more amazed than scared. They won't hurt us. I studied all about them for science. You're not so sure Todd's right. Two bats whiz right by your face. Their yellow eyes whiz past you like shooting stars. The flapping of their webbed wings create a breeze that sends chills down your spine. You whip your head around to move out of the bat's flight path. As you duck down, you feel bat wings brush across your face, their tiny claws in your hair. Then they fly away, yanking out small clumps of your head as they go. The bats surround you. You turn to find Todd. It's hard to see through the thousands of flapping black wings. Where is he? Go to page 42. I hope we've gotten short of Todd, man. Ah, Todd is standing next to you. He is just as surrounded by beastly bats as you are, but Todd is acting as if they are butterflies instead of bats. He's even reaching his hands out to them. A sudden gust of wind blows through the cave. The bats beat their wings furiously, which creates an instant whirlpool. The force pulls you and Todd backwards. You can't believe your own eyes. Todd is being sucked into the tunnel, a tunnel filled with yellow-eyed bats. Todd! You scream. Bats, bats, everywhere bats. Todd yells as you watch it being drawn deeper and deeper into the tunnel. Sorry. They're beautiful. You knew this kid was weird. Now what are you gonna do? Go down the tunnel of eyes after Todd or turn back and run for help? There's no way. There's no way. So if the eyes have it, turn to page 47. Look. When the going gets tough, the tough gets going. For help, turn to page 19. So I always kind of do this in a way where I never choose like the coward's way because I don't think RL ever wanted this. So I'm gonna go to 47 and hope that I don't die. Okay. You know you have to try and save Todd from the bats, even if he doesn't realise he needs saving. It means you have to face millions of bat faces yourself. You step into the tunnel. You don't even try to fight the power of the tunnel's air currents. You let your whole body be sucked into the open mouth of the black hole. Immediately you hear the thwap of flapping wings. Thwap, thwap, thwap. The sound is so close to your ears it's deafening. You clap your own arms back at the bats. This clears the way in front of you. Now you can see the choice you must make. There are two more tunnels at the end of this tight squeezing passageway. Above the sound of bat wings, you hear the roaring, rushing waves of water. The sound is coming from the tunnel on the left. The tunnel on the right comes a wicked howling. That can only mean one thing. Wolves. Okay, so to tackle the tunnel of waves, go to 51, or to brave the tunnel of wolves, go to 130. So one of my main fears is cave diving, like underwater, because your body can totally get stuck there and then there's like no chance of you ever recovering your body. Like it just gets cracked in on those little cave bits underwater and it decays and it's awful. It's like one of the worst ways to die. But also, Tunnel of Wolves seems like more immediate danger and God. Okay, we'll brave the tunnel of wolves. We'll brave the tunnel of wolves. 130. Okay. You have entered the tunnel of wolves. Now you hear a bone-chilling howl again. Howl, ow, ow, ow. Only this isn't exactly bone-chilling. It sounds more like chalk screeching on a blackboard. I don't think that's a werewolf howl, you say aloud. Then it's very surprising sight. It's Todd. He looks awful. His head is covered in slime, dropped by the slugs on the cave ceiling. His geeky face is completely white, and his mouth is wide, howling in an O shape. Todd, you shout, startling him out of his howling. Are you totally nuts or what? What are you doing? I'm making werewolves think I'm one of them, Todd answers in a terrified, shaky voice. I heard them. I didn't know what to do, so I started howling. I don't believe it, you say. Todd, you are. Then you hear the werewolves too. They are running, but which way? Towards you or away from you? 26 to 8. Does you break up the action sometimes when you need to do all this turning? Okay. The werewolves, Todd shouts. Start howling. You grab Todd's shoulders and give him a good shake. Snap out of it, Todd, you order him. It's either howl or run, he insists, and we don't know which way the werewolves are headed. There is one more choice, Todd, you respond. You point to a stream of light at the end of another tunnel. It looks like that might be the way out. There, you say. Oh, yeah, sure, Todd says nervously. I saw that tunnel earlier. I also saw the giant hole in the floor between us and the way out. Just listen to this. Todd drops a loose stone into the hole. The two of you wait to hear it hit the bottom. It never does. A bottomless pit, Todd announces. How, ow, 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 ow. This time the howl isn't coming from Todd. He's too busy talking about the pit. It's the werewolves, Todd whispers. Start howling. No, jump, you shout. Hmm, okay. So if you howl to save yourself, page 33. If you jump across the bottomless pit, leap to page 111. Jump is a very good song. And I feel like it's more interesting because part of me tells me that I might fall into the bottomless pit. I'm gonna jump. I'm gonna jump. Okay. We have to jump across the pit, you insist. It may be the only way out of this place. I can't do it, Todd whines. You'll have to go first. As soon as you hear the howling again, all your nervousness disappears. Come on, Todd, you cry. The werewolves are getting closer. Without another word, you back up a few steps and take a running leap. It's so dark you can't be sure if you're making it across the pit or not. All you know is you're flying through the air. In seconds, your feet land on solid ground. Dirt crumbles under your heels. You're half on, half off the edge of the pit. Whoa! You cry, swaying back and forth over the pit. Don't leave me, Todd screams. I'm trying my best not to, you snap. You fall forward to the ground in front of you. Phew, that was close. You can't finish the sentence because what you see standing behind Todd is making your mouth drop wide open. Okay, go to page 41. Maybe this is the point where Todd gets eviscerated or something. Werewolves! There are werewolves behind you! You finally manage to scream. Jump, Todd, jump! You fumble with the faulty torch. This time it goes on. You point the flickering beam past Todd's slug-slimed head. Slug-slimed head. You aim for the eyes of the snarling beasts. Yes, it's working. The light is hypnotizing them. You shout, jump across. Oh, Todd cries as he glances back to find himself eyeball to eyeball with the werewolves. That's incredibly close. Jump, you yell. Jump! As the werewolves reach out for him, Todd jumps. You lean over the edge of the gaping pit and grab Todd's outstretched hand. You stretch your own arm as far as you can, and if you catch Todd, turn to page 80. If you don't catch Todd, plunge to page 61. I'm gonna go to page 61. I didn't even really try to catch Todd. Oops, you missed. Sorry, Todd, you call over the bottomless pit. You lean over and watch Todd get smaller and smaller. You hear Todd's voice calling your name as he falls down, 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 down. You don't feel too bad. After all, it's a bottomless pit, so you know Todd will never ever reach the bottom. The end. God, so do I want to go back and catch him? I've still got my finger in the page, and I think that that's fine. As long as you're not going back like two choices or more. Okay, we'll catch him. 80. Tick. You caught me, Todd exclaims, grabbing your hand. Okay, sure. We caught each other, you sputter. It's really romantic, actually. Your hands grasp Todd's hands over the centre of the hole. Oh no, we're falling! I can't look, Todd shrieks. Oh brother, you think, as you feel your arms and legs become all tangled up with Todd's. Just my luck. Of all people in the world I could fall into a bottomless pit with, it has to be Todd Morris. Down, down, down you fall, spinning and tumbling head over heels, with no end in sight. God sticks to you like syrup to pancakes, and now all you think of, he's probably getting syrupy slug juice all over you. You're not sure which is worse, having Todd glued to you or being slimed by slugs. You have plenty of time to think about it, since you'll be free falling for a while. Page 38. I wonder if this is just double death. Oh, this falling thing is starting to get boring. With no bottom to this pit, there's nothing to look forward to. Since there's nothing to see down below you, and you and Todd gaze up instead. You're immediately hit in the eye with some drops of liquid. Yikes, Todd screams. There's a whole pack of those werewolves up there. Todd's right. At the rim of the pit, 20 or more hungry werewolves are leaning into the hole. The drops that hit your eyes are the drops of drool dripping from the fangs of those hairy beasts. Gross. The werewolves want food, and you and Todd are it. You can feel their fire red eyes staring at you. A hot glob of drool hits Todd's ear and dribbles down the side of his neck. Disgusting, he moans. He pulls his hand away from your arm to wipe off steaming drool. Uh-oh, Todd is falling away from you. You're both on your own now. That was pretty gross. That whole, ugh. Oh, go to 102. Ah! You hear from the darkness below you. It's Todd. He sounds very far away. You've lost him now for sure. Too bad, you think sadly. I was just getting used to having him around. Goodbye, Todd, you call loudly as you can. I'm sorry I said you're a nerd. I really do like you, honest. With tears in your eye, you call out one last time. Bye, Todd. I'll miss you. I really will. You'll miss me? A happy voice calls out unexpectedly next to your ear. Wow, that's swell. Page 93. That was so lame. Right. Todd, you exclaim when you hear his voice right next to you. What's happening? How did I catch up with you so fast? You didn't, Todd laughs. We caught up with you. Before Todd can say more, you realise you are no longer falling. You and Todd are sitting on the back of some giant winged thing. What the? You start to ask. It's a pterodactyl. My favourite type of dinosaur. When I was younger, we went to like Universal or whatever, and I went on the pterodactyl ride, and it changed my goddamn life. Right. It's a pterodactyl, Todd explains, probably preserved in this pit for centuries. The huge prehistoric flying reptile is moving its head first up, then down. It seems to be asking you to choose which way do you want to go, up or down. To fly up to the werewolves, soar to page 116. To go down to the unknown, page 88. I think I'm going to go page 88 because the unknown is safer than 20 or so werewolves, presumably. Okay. I hope we get to keep this sick pterodactyl. You and Todd agree you've had enough of werewolves. Let's keep going down, you say. Yes, Todd agrees. This pterodactyl has figured out how to stay alive for centuries. Maybe it'll know how to keep us alive for the rest of the night. Good thinking, you reply. Then to the pterodactyl you order. Down, please. With a giant flapping of its bony wings, the prehistoric creature points its head downwards. You and Todd hold on to the loose flaps of skin on its neck. Down, down, down the pterodactyl flies. Without warning, the downward flight takes a turn to the left. You shine the torch straight ahead and spot a ledge. Todd sees it too. Look, he shouts, pointing to the ledge. We're gonna land over there. Go to page 98. Okay, page 98. The pterodactyl nosedives down to the ledge with a great swooping motion. You and Todd are sure you're going to be thrown over the creature's head. The pterodactyl evens out its flight and glides to a smooth landing. The two of you tumble off its back and onto the rocky ground. Thank you, start to say, but before you can get the whole word out, its wings are flapping again. The pterodactyl is heading back into the darkness of the pit. You and Todd are left alone on the narrow ledge. That's the best character gone, I guess. Behind you, there's a door. It slides open. Going down, a man dressed in an elevator operator uniform asks, do we have a choice? Todd asks. Always, says the man mysteriously. Okay, we've got a new favourite character. It's the mystery man in the elevator. 100, 117, 117. I hope he's not a pedo or something. You peer over the ledge and see greater nothing than you have ever seen. This is kind of like Lovecraft or whatever. You gaze up, darkness. You gaze down again, darkness. Either way, it looks the same to you. Totally frightening. I guess we'd better get in the elevator, you announce. You push Todd forward to the waiting car. The door closes behind you and Todd. A whirring sound begins, but you don't feel any motion. The closet-sized space is illuminated by a dim red light. The light seems to be blinking. On, off, on, off, on, off. Then you figure it out. The red light is on when the elevator operator's eyes are open, and off when his eyes are closed. On when they're open, off when they're closed. His eyes are the blinking red lights. In the red glow, you notice the man's teeth are growing longer and sharper. Todd elbows you sharply and cries, "He's one of them!" Oh God, more than a lift. Let's see. A hideous laugh erupts from the man's fanged mouth. His eyes flash a brighter red, spotlightening. His eyes flash a brighter red, comma, spotlighting a face covered with coarse werewolf hair. Clawed, hairy hands reach out for your neck as the man growls, "Yes, I am one of them, and soon you will be too." He opens his fanged mouth to bite you. Suddenly you spot two buttons by the elevator door. One reads stop, the other reads go. You stretch out your index finger and press one. If you press stop, turn to page 21. If you press go, page 29. Ooh, I'm tempted to go. I feel like it might be a glass elevator, sort of Willy Wonka thing. I also might be certain death, but I'm willing to take the risk. Page 29 for go. Ooh. Well, that sure took a lot of courage on your part. Nobody ever pushes go when a clawed, hairy hand is reaching over to grab his or her neck. But guess what? You pushed go, and now you and Todd are both going to have the ride of your life on the bottomless pit elevator. But wait, the elevator door slides open. The elevator is stuck. You have a second chance. Do something fast. 1, 2, 3, jump. You cry as you pull Todd out the door. Holding on to each other, you and Todd begin to fall. Down, down, deeper and deeper into the pit. You pick up speed. Your ears start to pop as your body plunges faster and faster. Your body flips upside down. Everything is spinning. A sharp ringing sound pierces your ears. Pretty sure this is how you get like the bends or something, or decompression sickness, but let's page 52, let's find out. Okay. The ringing is so loud, so horrible, the sound shatters the darkness. You have to stop the noise. Some way, anyway, you can't stand it any longer. Ugh, fuck's sake. You reach your arm out into the blackness and shut off your alarm clock. You open your eyes and look around. Where's Todd? You realise you're at home, in your bed, clutching your pillow for dear life. Your mother pushes open your bedroom door and pokes her head in. Rise and shine. Today's the day we go to Woods World. Really, you ask? We need to make sure it truly was all a dream. The red tin box, the pit, the werewolves. What time are we meeting Mr. and Mrs. Morris and Todd there? You ask. What are you talking about? Your mother says. The Morrises aren't coming with us. It's a family holiday. You, me, and Dad. Just like always. You smile and lean back on your pillow. This just may turn out to be a fantastic summer in the end. Okay, so the two endings that I've received thus far are happy in the sense that Todd is not a part of either. I did the thing where I kept my thumb in the last place I was at, so I can press the other elevator button. I can write that out. I think I'm gonna. I can't have a stupid "it was all a dream" ending. The next time I die, I think it'll be real death. It might be permadeath unless it's like really gripping. I'm gonna keep reading it regardless, but okay. He opens his fanged mouth to bite you. Suddenly, you spot two buttons by the elevator door. One reads stop and the other reads go. You stretch out your index finger and press one. I'm going to press stop now. Congratulations, you have chosen to stop the story just when you were about to be turned into one of them. But what are they? Elevator operators and the bottomless pit elevator. If you had not stopped the story at this point, there would have been nowhere to go but down. There's only one thing worse than a bad ending. That's no ending. So consider your choice because it brings you to what is officially known as the end. So I just got two endings in the elevator. There was no way. There was no way I could have done anything else. Yeah, I guess dream ending is good ending and stop ending is bad ending, unless I want to go all the way back to the wave machine and the cave. And I don't think I can be bothered with that. Ah, goddamn. I'm gonna read the blurb on the back though, because it'll let us all know what we've missed. The blurb on the back is Woods World is a brilliant place. You know you're gonna have a great holiday there, but then you hear rumours about werewolves roaming in the night. There you explore the deepest, darkest part of the woods, take a ride in a lift down with the bottomless pit, and then here's where it gets interesting, where there's the other things that we have not encountered that sound well better. Tangle with the trolls or the red fire ants, and meet the terrifying monster in the tunnel of waves. This choice is yours. Okay, so there are over 20 endings. I got three. It's as good as I can do. It's as good as I can do.